from Harshith. Today, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another book review. In today's book review, I am going to be starting a new series. And this series was a series that you guys requested me to start really long back. Well, I have taken the advantage of starting it today. And that series is Kalki's Ponniyin Selvan. This is a really good series. This series involves both real facts and fiction. Well, the original copy was released in Tamil by Kalki Krishnamurthy. This one book explains everything in the Fresh Flood series, or also known in Tamil as Pudu Vellam. Well, in this comic, Nilla Comics has published it so that children should read this book because it's gonna tell you a lot of facts. So, without further ado, let's dive into the book review. In this book, the first book, our adventure starts on Adi 18th, which is a very auspicious day for Tamilians. On that day, our hero Vandiyathevan, the protagonist of the story and in his point of view, is going around town. And the narrator of the story is none other than the author Kalki Krishnamurthy. He is going to take us back 1,000 years before we were born to know only about what happened. So he tells us about the Chola kingdom. This is the parts they occupied in India. And they had a very important lake which was the main source of water. That was the Viranam lake, which is situated somewhere right here. So Vandiyathevan is going all over town near Viranam lake and he's observing all the festive things happening. This book, since it's so comical, it gives you a glimpse of which you cannot see back. The past is coming live in your hands. So that's why this is the good book I've ever read. See, as you see, they explain everything that Vandiyathevan sees. And another thing which we cannot see right now, as they have given, is this man is drinking water from the canal, which is what shows that the Cholas considered the water as very important, so they kept it very clean. So you can even drink it out of canal. In those days, street fights were very common. And here we have a street fight. While Vandiyathevan was admiring everything around him, he sees that in a temple there are fighters, and they are not normal fights. It's not a normal fight. They're fighting between who is greater, Vishnu or Shiva. The person who's supporting for Vishnu is Alvar Kadiyan, who is a very important character in this series, and the one who is arguing for Shiva is another sannyasi who is not much of an important character, but in this book he plays a very important role and for the next 6 books coming. Well, in the middle of the fight, Vandiyathevan goes to see what happens. That's what happens. It's the main thing. When the fight starts, a man called Vedanti, he comes and sees that they're fighting over this silly problem, and he says, you're not going to find the answers in either of the books. You're only going to find your answers in the Vedas, where there is no Vishnu or no Shiva. Well, the fight is going on and Alvar Kadiyan is in a very bad temper. At that time, Vedanti slips from the crowd and goes away. And after that, again, Alvar Kadiyan is not ready to leave the fight, so he's fighting more. At that time, Vandiyathevan thinks that he should do something. He thinks he should pick a fight. But no, Aditi Karikalan, Vandiyathevan's friend, a very important king, prince, told him that you're not supposed to pick a fight. You're supposed to do something very important, and to do that, you're not supposed to pick a fight, which is what he tells Vandiyathevan. Vandiyathevan is coming from Kanchipuram to the Viranam lake. That's a very long distance, and Vandiyathevan is not ready to fight after this much time. He thinks, I've been still for so much time, I can stay still for a little longer. But the fight's not getting any better. So Vandiyathevan decides, I'm going to do something without any violence. So he says, why don't you come join us at our army in Elam? You can come help us there by fighting. And after that, Alvarkadiyan starts arguing with Vandiyathevan. Well, that's the twist here. Our hero Vandiyathevan knows how to turn any situation as possible for him. So he gets advantage of Alvarkadiyan fighting with him and says that when Alvarkadiyan asks, well, how can you say that both Shiva and Vishnu are the same? He says that yesterday I was in the abode Vaikuntham. At that time, I measured both Shiva and Vishnu's throne. They were both about the same size. So that's how I say both are same. Well, after that, Alvarkadiyan is very angry right now and he wants to hurl a stick at Vandiyathevan. But at that time, the people support Vandiyathevan. And Vandiyathevan said, Vishnu and Shiva said, anybody who opposes this should get mud put in their faces. At that time, everybody puts mud on them, and at that time, another important character in this series, Periya Paluvettarayar, comes into the scene. And that is the end of this book. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked today's video, give a like to this video and comment down below what series you want me to start next. I will try to start them. Bye.